I would like to begin by wishing good luck to all of the finalists in this oratory contest. It is my hope that my words, along with the words of the other speakers, remain with you long after this contest is over. It always amazes me when I hear the various definitions of abortion. When speaking to those that are pro-choice, it is a harmless, quick-fix procedure that is meant to be a convenience to the mother. As it says on the Planned Parenthood website, abortion is a safe and legal way to end a pregnancy. How can a procedure be called safe and harmless when it takes away the lives of 56 million infants? But when I hear the definition from a person who is pro-life, the truth rings out in their words that abortion is, first and foremost, a killer. Abortion cannot be an issue that we compartmentalize, store on a shelf, and grow indifferent about. It has been this way for too long. Abortion is a silent holocaust, taking 125,000 lives of children across the world every day, over 5,000 infants per hour, 56 million lives since Roe v. Wade. Some of you may have heard of Gianna Jessen in an earlier speech. Gianna's mother was 7.5 months pregnant with Gianna when she went to a Planned Parenthood abortion clinic. The abortionist there convinced Gianna's mother to have a saline abortion, a procedure where a salt solution is injected into the womb, is swallowed by the baby, and proceeds to burn the baby from the inside. To avoid harm to the mother, the baby is delivered within 24 hours of this procedure. Miraculously, Gianna was born, alive. Generally the practice in 1977, when she was born, a practice which continued up until 2002, was to kill an abortion survivor, typically by strangulation, suffocation, or leaving a baby to die, thrown off to the side, as that child was nothing but refuse. Thankfully, in 2002, President Bush signed the Born Alive Infants Protection Act, protecting all abortion survivors from murder outside of the womb. So how did Gianna escape the fate of so many others? By another miracle, the abortionist was not in the room at the time. The nurse called an ambulance and sent Gianna to a hospital. Later in her life, Gianna did some research on her abortionist and found this quote by him, which said, quote, "I have aborted over 1 million babies, and I consider it my passion." End quote. The reason these things must be said, the reason these things must be heard, and the reason these things must be known is because whether we realize it or not, this is a battle that is being fought every single day, both here in America and around the world. It is a battle between life and death. It is a silent battle, and it will remain a silent battle unless we speak for the unborn. And this silent battle has killed more people than any other war in the history of the world. Which side are you on? One of the main arguments for those that are pro-choice is that abortion is a woman's right. Abortion supporters say that if we deny a woman an abortion, we are violating the Constitution by denying the rights of the mother. I challenge you. Show me where the right to take the life of your child is even mentioned in the Constitution. Save your effort. It isn't. But its sister document, the Declaration of Independence, clearly states that all are equal with this right to life. This unalienable right is violated every single day for thousands of our brothers and sisters. And what about the rights of Gianna? Is she not a woman? This is the irony of the women's rights argument. Every time a female is aborted, it is taking away the rights of that woman to make any choice at all. Another argument is that the fetus is not a person, merely a clump of cells, and because of this, no rights are being violated. Is this because they can't advocate for themselves? Because they can't speak out? What kind of arrogance some people have to think that they can decide whether to take the life of a child or to allow it to live? If life ends when the heart stops beating, why doesn't it begin when the heart starts beating a few days into a pregnancy? It is my hope that all people, young and old, will stand with me on this matter of life and death, and come to realize all the dangers and consequences of abortion. We must be their voices, the voices of over 56 million lives. I know that many of us are going to be hated by the secular world because we declare life as sacred at all times. But that doesn't bother me. Jesus Christ was hated, mocked, and scoffed at by the world around him, and his message was the same as ours, a message of life. How many of us are willing to stand up for the truth that life is sacred and not be afraid of being hated by the world around us? What are we willing to do to stand up for the truth? I'm here today to tell you that you and I individually can make our voices heard. Even if nothing else, those that are against us will hear us and our message. We must never think that they have won, because that is exactly what they want. They want us to think that they have control over the life of a child, when in actuality their very existence is by the grace and mercy of God. They are not as powerful as they wish to believe they are. They want us to think that we are behind with the times, that our message is outdated, that it doesn't work in today's society. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is never outdated. The truth that life is sacred is not something that people can have an opinion about. The defense of human life is not a belief, is not a belief against anybody, but radically and passionately a yes to the dignity of every human life. As we leave this place here today, it is my hope that all of us here are inspired to do more to defend human life at every stage. I hope we leave here more ready to take on this hard social issue than when we came in. Welcome to the battlefields of life. Will you be here?